Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a topic that confuses almost every new developer: Git authentication. Specifically, we're going to compare the two main ways you connect to GitHub or GitLab, HTTPS and SSH. We'll look at how they work, the pros and cons of each, and help you decide which one to use. First, why do we need authentication at all? Git itself is just a tool for tracking changes. But when you want to send your code to a remote server like GitHub, that server needs to know two things. 1, who are you? And 2, are you allowed to make changes here? Authentication is how you prove your identity so the server can verify your access rights and correctly attribute the code changes to your profile. Let's start with method number 1, HTTPS. This is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. It uses the exact same technology that your web browser uses to load websites securely. You'll recognize it because the remote URL starts with HTTPS. This is the standard, most universal way to connect to a repository. Here is the catch with HTTPS. In the old days, you could just type your GitHub username and password. But that's no longer secure enough. Since 2021, platforms like GitHub require a personal access token, or PAT, instead of a password. You generate this token in your account settings, copy it once, and then use a credential helper tool to save it so you don't have to type a long string of random characters every time you push code. Now let's talk about method number 2, SSH, or Secure Shell. This is a network protocol used widely by system administrators to manage servers securely. When you use SSH with Git, you aren't using a username and password at all. Instead, you are establishing a permanent secure tunnel between your computer and the server. SSH works using a pair of cryptographic keys. Think of it like a padlock and a key. You generate two files. The first is the public key, which acts like a padlock. You upload this to GitHub. The second is the private key, which stays on your computer. When you try to push code, GitHub checks if your private key fits the public padlock they have. If it unlocks, you're authenticated. You never send a password over the network. Let's compare them. Round 1 is setup. HTTPS is definitely the winner here for simplicity. You usually don't have to configure anything, just clone the URL and paste your token when asked. SSH requires you to generate keys in the terminal, start an agent, and manually copy a file's contents to your browser settings. It's a bit more work up front. Round 2 is security. Honestly, both are excellent. HTTPS uses strong encryption. Personal access tokens can be given expiration dates and limited scopes, so if one is stolen, the thief can't delete your account. SSH is also incredibly secure because your private key never leaves your machine. You can even add a passphrase to your SSH key for an extra layer of protection. Round 3 is connectivity. This is a niche but important point. HTTPS traffic uses port 443, the same as web browsing. So if you are on a strict corporate network or hotel Wi-Fi, it will almost always work. SSH uses port 22, which some strict firewalls block completely. If you can't connect via SSH at work, this might be why. So, what's the verdict? If you are a beginner, stick with HTTPS. It is easier to troubleshoot and works everywhere. However, if you're becoming a power user, switching to SSH is worth the effort. It's fantastic for working with multiple repositories without ever dealing with login prompts. Thanks for watching, and I hope this clears up the confusion.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.